Hello. Tonight is, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat. I was on the internet watching somebody else's iLive. I commented there, it was gross. Disgusting. Yeah. And I had a little meltdown on one of my other channels on YouTube with a sniffle attack cry. Felt sorry for myself as usual. I felt sorry for my pussy cat. Bravely though. These are good. Oh, I wish I had got another bag of these. These are really good. I finished eating these. No more food. That's me until tomorrow. That's my cold water boiled hot. Oh, my cleaning person came today. Professional. She did a really good job. She even took the garbage out for me. That was really nice. Suppose I should get my water. Coffee. I need to check on my pajamas, see that they're dry. Hello, Mother. laundry. Waiting for my pajamas to dry. Getting ready for bed. I like these. These are very good. Not a lot of calories per package. That's 1,000. Yellow corn, vegetable oil, sea salt. Wow. These are even better than the greater than the popcorn I ate the other night. Corn. These are really good. And I only have one of these remaining. I did that last night, the other day. Hello. See, I have some viewers, and I like, hello. How was your day today? I had to get some stuff mall I could not get, we could not get online. So I had to do some errands. I exercised. I walked more than a kilometer. Overall, I'd say I walked like 1.4K or something. Indoors, outdoors, indoors. Could be why I'm hungry. Come here. Come here, reading well. And I didn't eat a lot earlier today. Not really. A small lunch, small breakfast. I ate my dinner very early. For the size of me, this is not a lot of food. I don't know what it is, but in the morning, my favorite foods are potatoes and corn. And the morning knowing that somebody is going to die, and how. Potatoes and corn. These were actually better than potato chips. I like them. Oh, I gave my pussycat those pieces of chicken and his cat food. He likes. In my cat's litter box. Oh, well, anyway. It's really, really good. I might eat that tomorrow. Last one. I've had it laying around. I kept it in one of my handbags, my bags, quite some time. Never been opened. Could eat one. This one, actually, it's the only one I got. And I think I have a chocolate one somewhere. Maybe. But that flavor, I've only got one. Oh, can't seem to stop doing that lately. Oh, I had to take some cough medicine earlier. I'm coughing a lot, awful lot lately. Not normal coughing. I cough to the extreme of wanting to vomit and just keep heaving and heaving and heaving until I take some anti-nausea medicine. And that sort of subsides after a while. Over-the-counter Gravel with ginger is really, really amazing. It stops a lot longer than it used to. Do have the chat area on if you want to chat with me live. Excuse me. I do fidget, don't I? Really tired. I told some people about my cat, gravely ill, and I've got lots of support and well wishes during it all. But not any from the Active Adult Center, Mississauga. Not very. Not very. I'm talking about other employees there. Not very. I'll remember them. Say it to others as you want to be done by. And weird thing is, well, not the weird thing, but the great thing is, good thing is, I didn't exercise wearing flat running shoes. Wore these instead. Because I knew I was getting a ride home. So I wore those. 2 of them. Yeah, when the Active Adult Center, Mississauga, formerly known as Square One Shopping Center, Square One Older Adult Center misbehaved of any kinds. Eventually, they closed and never reopened. All the elder abuse that happened there, alleged open door and so forth, happened. It amazes me that the AACM has remained open so much time that it has. There's videos out there, social media out there, audios, photos. They are who they are. It's not me paying their leases, their ownerships, their rent, whoever it is. Wasn't me. Didn't hurt myself, and I didn't hurt others, and I didn't hurt my mother. got a new shower curtain. I want to install. It's much better than what I've got now. I wasn't going to use this mug. I was doing some tidying up in somewhere here, and I found it, and I thought, oh, I was thinking about someday, were I to live over 65 years old, my 65th birthday, I'd really like to have a dog. I'd really like to have a dog when I'm 65 years old and older. It's a dream of mine to have a dog. I don't care what size of dog, really, although I favor smaller ones because there's a lot less pooping, stooping, and scooping because, smaller. And I could probably litter train somehow or other because, Canada, winter, so it's just, I'm 55 years old now. Am I really? Well, another 10 years and I'll be 65 years old. I wonder what I'll look like when I'm 65 years old. Other reaction channels. Oh, I'd love to have one or more of them react to my videos and all this stuff. Instead of depressing me, it'd probably amuse me, and I'd still keep going. I won't stop. I mean, there's some videos tonight I'd love to react, but some other people reacted already, so I won't react. Although I could react, although it was a food day. A day in the life of. It was a very exciting, just routine, so maybe some other time. And she's allegedly British, so you know what I like about British. And I don't want to diss her in case she's related to my mom. Side of the family's a bit loopy. Another side of the family. My mother's alleged nephew came for a visit in 2006. He should have been picked up and jailed and or hospitalized. Paranoid psychotic, paranoid schizophrenic, paranoid psychosis, paranoid schizophrenic, very before March 15th. I didn't even want him at my home. I didn't. I really didn't. And my mom's alleged youngest brother. I mean, I owned there, and I have pets there. I said no, go away, shoo. I abused my mother to force themselves upon us, and that's absolutely wrong. don't have to take biotin, although I choose to because it's somewhat of an anti-pain. It's a pain reliever. So I'm like, oh, I could do some of that because you know what I'm like with pharmaceutical pain relievers. I try not to. So I've tried to take that. Gets me going. First thing in the morning, I take one a dose of that, and eventually I'm ready to exercise and or just just ready to go. It's like an upper, and I like it. It's not 100%, but it gets me going. Especially with my sore wrists from the accidents I had earlier, and my somewhat feels like whiplash neck often. Pillow. Oh, where's my pillow? Pillow. And back. My right thigh. Right hand. Yeah, after sleeping and we're trying to rest. It does, it gets me going. It doesn't last forever. I do fade very early. I start to fade around 4 or 5 p.m. It's really weird. By way of getting tired, I want to go to bed. And I want to even lie on my sofa. But I don't dare to because those other people banging on walls and everything. There's videos, blogs, audios recorded before, during, and since December 31, 2023. Even when I wasn't recording, she was even at my front door doing stuff she shouldn't have been doing. It's really ridiculous. And then talking in the hallway about us. I mean, not all there, obviously. And if she is all there, she's just a compulsive liar because she did nothing but disturb the peace. I mean, we don't need to be talked about, but then she might have wanted to cause confrontation, lie more, try to get me on an angle and lie that I hit her. And I would never hit and or kick. I don't care to know her. She was the one that was violent, not me. Earlier. Maybe didn't get out in front, but there's videos, blogs of her out in the back. I know she did it. So did many others. I was in my bathroom the other night, using my bathroom facilities, and all of a sudden I hear tap, 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 bang, bang, bang. What sounded like voices, men, bang, bang, and other ones, bang, bang, bang. So it's like I put on the bathtub water, ran it for a little while, and then it went quiet. Then it started up again, bang, bang, bang. It must have been more than 10 or 15 minutes. More than that. So I reported them to security. And I sent Condominium Corporation a couple videos, edited videos, like not edited, but the time span shortened those videos because not the video blogged ones, the lens videos. Don't lie. Other people are so obsessed. It's weird. And it was an evening time. Evening. My cat likes to go in there, he likes to jump over the rail and go into the bathtub, so he got a bit of a fright. I must be one of the most honest vloggers social media has ever had, you know? You know, I don't eat a lot of oatmeal and stuff, and I was watching somebody today, and I was like, oh wow, I think I'll get coffee with some oatmeal milk. Did that, vlogged it. And then I was like, oh, before that, I was like, oh, maybe I'll get some oatmeal. It's winter, it's Canada. I could have a serving of that now and then. I got some of that. Got bread, rolls anyways, and I got baguette. So I figure I can do something with that when I'm very hungry. I can make my own kind of. I could get cucumber, lettuce, mayonnaise, hard-boiled eggs, salt and pepper. Eat that. And funny enough, I use vegan mayonnaise. I used to remember other people. Um, we eat vegetarian, like ovo vegetarian, and they used to get shunned or laughed at. You wanted to eat vegan condiment with that. Yeah, you do vegan condiment like that. Vegan mayonnaise. And maybe some vegan butter and margarine, like plant-based. Why not? And I could put raw avocado on it too. With and or without cutting up a cucumber. Especially if I'm exercising more. My breathing has slightly improved, although I'm coughing. I'm coughing and sneezing and coughing. Coughing to the point that I want to vomit. Really weird. Maybe influenza. Likely infectious. Contagious. Oh, that's what it was. Documented doctors. So I've taken some cough medicine. My pussycat's doing rather well. Maybe I'll bring, he might waddle over here in a little while, walk his way this way. Oh, that is fucking ridiculous and gross. I just turned this on to watch another video. Look at all that animal cruelty, or is that... Why does he have to do that to the cat after he did that?
That I've been creating. And reflecting on this, I think this is largely due to the fact that I'm just not experiencing nearly as many symptoms in my day-to-day as I was before implementing the keto diet. And so that in of itself is kind of worth talking about, and what I want to talk more about in this video, as well as just kind of giving more information as to where my mental health is right now, how I'm doing, what I'm experiencing symptom-wise, and all of that kind of stuff. So when I stop and think about what my experience of my symptoms of my schizoaffective disorder are, and I'm talking about things that I typically used to experience, like positive symptoms, including hallucinations or delusional thinking or paranoia, or even the negative symptoms like decreased mood, decreased energy, those sorts of things, anhedonia, I realized that my experience of these symptoms has drastically shifted and changed. And I really don't find myself experiencing really hardly any of the positive symptoms anymore. And talking about hallucinations and delusional thinking and those sorts of things. Or if I do, I'm very quick to realize it, and I can kind of correct or understand it's happening and move on. And this feels kind of really big because it's a very different experience of the symptoms that I have that go along with my schizoaffective disorder from what I was experiencing even just a month and a half ago. I really haven't experienced hallucinations very much at all in the last month or so. The really only marked time that I can recall is on a long run. I experienced auditory hallucinations, just voices. It wasn't anything terribly distressing or anything, but it was kind of weird because I realized that I hadn't been experiencing that regularly like I used to. And when I stop and think about this different experience of my symptoms, it's really hard to wrap my head around because I have also gone down on my antipsychotic medication to the lowest it's, I think, ever been. I was only down at this level one other time when I was trying to reduce, and I pretty immediately fell into psychosis, and it did not go well. And so it feels really big, and it feels really difficult to wrap my head around the fact that this could be happening and that my experience of my illness could be changing so much. And, I'm still not at a point where I'm willing to say, yes, this diet change and this lifestyle change has eradicated my illness, because I'm not there yet. But it is really encouraging the ways that my experience of my symptoms have changed over the last month and a half. Now, I'm saying all this, but today is actually probably the first day where I haven't felt that great. And it's not even that I'm experiencing any positive symptoms, because I'm not today. I'm just feeling a little bit off, and maybe more of the negative symptoms creeping back up, or that anxiety that I had shared about a few months ago. But again, this is a bad day that I'm having right now, but I was still able to get going. I went out for a run, I got showered, I'm filming this video. And so perhaps understanding that the degree to which bad days happen has also changed. And this shift in capacity, even on a bad day, is something that I've been really, really noticing over the last month or so, where I just feel...
L'année passée, j'étais dehors, il neigeait comme aujourd'hui. Je vous expliquais qu'en année, j'ai fait 100 000.
Month or so, where I just feel... I feel almost like a different person, whereby I have increased capacity. I have increased energy, I have increased creativity, and all of these feelings that felt, or aspects of me that felt blunted or stifled before, whether it was because of my experience of my illness and my symptoms, or because of antipsychotic medication or psychiatric medication that was blunting me. I don't know, but it feels different, and it feels confusing on some level, because I worry that, this increased energy and capacity and creativity and whatnot is the emergence of mania, because that's kind of what these types of feelings have always meant in the past. But I think what it is more so is me just becoming the person I am without the illness and without psychiatric medication. I was talking about this with Rob the other day, and we kind of coined the term of reemergence. And that's kind of how this is feeling, where I am reemerging from a place where I maybe was stuck behind a wall or some sort of barricade that was keeping me from fully experiencing life and things in the way that I can. And so that's something I'm kind of in the midst of exploring and trying to wrap my head around and trying to understand in the context of my experience of life. Now, that said, mania is something that is on my mind and something that I'm trying to be really cognizant of and aware of, not slipping into, because of the things like I mentioned, like this increased capacity and energy and creativity and whatnot, being perhaps a part of mania. I don't really think it is, but other kind of warning signs that have been going on have been having more trouble with sleep. And I am kind of in this phase of just being curious about what that change is all about. It's not even that I'm not getting enough sleep. I'm still getting at least 7 hours, more often 8 hours of sleep a night. And so it's not like I'm running on 4 hours of sleep at night or anything like true mania would be. But my experience of sleep has kind of shifted a little bit since starting keto, where I don't feel as sleepy. I don't feel as tired as I did before. And perhaps that is just an effect of my brain healing and me being on less sedating medication. I'm not sure. But other things like feeling, I lay in bed sometimes and I just am stuck in this thought of, this is a waste of time. I should just get up and do something productive instead, or go do something I enjoy and ride it out till the morning. But I don't do that. And I do try to still get to sleep and get enough sleep and whatnot. And so, yeah, I think just being curious right now about what is kind of, for lack of a better way to put it, just becoming a normal person again, who is not, kind of held back by symptoms of schizoaffective disorder or by antipsychotic medication. It's very likely that those things were affecting my sleep before. I was needing a lot more sleep than the average person before just to get by, and still feeling sedated and tired throughout the day. And so if that is shifting and changing more into, again, for lack of a better word, a more normal experience of sleep, then maybe that's a good thing. Now, I should probably clarify all this by saying that this all is my experience of what it's been like using the ketogenic diet and metabolic therapies as a treatment for my schizoaffective disorder. And this is what the experience thus far has been like for me, and how it's affected my experience of symptoms and my mental illness. It could look different for other people. This process could take a longer period of time than the month and a half that it's taken for me. I saw results fairly quickly, but I didn't go through things like the keto flu that many, many people go through. And so also, my ketones are just really high from the get-go. And so it could look different for different people in terms of how they respond to this intervention. I I think, though, at this point in the journey, it's hard.
I tried the keto diet, vegetarian or vegan, for a little while. I try to do it lunchtimes, a sausage and a veg. And I'm trying to figure out what kind of nut that I can have instead of a Brazil nut so I could have it in the morning. But then usually by afternoon I fade away from it all. And yeah, it seems like fun. The only thing is it's a lot of calories. It's fat. You have to eat lots of like fatty foods. And most of what I found these. I used to eat some other kind of snacks, but I like these. These are really good. I'm not eating one today because I ate enough. I got these ones. I got some other ones. I wish that woman well. I mean, I hope she makes it, you know? I hope she makes it and gets over her illness and recovers completely and never has to go back on all that stuff. If it's working short term, it must be doing her a lot of good. When she said her brain is healing, it sounded more like a PTSD kind of thing instead of that schizophrenic disorder. Then what do I know? I mean, she could be environmental, family, food allergy. Often sounds more like that she's bipolar, and if she's going the way she's going, she sounds more often like from one end of it to attention deficit. But what do I know? I'm not a doctor right now. I'm not a healthcare worker right now. What do I know? She mentioned manic. She sounded like manic depressant. Manic depressed. Bipolar, maybe. I don't know. I like watching their videos. She,
Hard to deny that something is happening that is allowing me to increase my functionality, feel better, decrease my experience of symptoms, and reduce medication. And now that said, it really was not my plan to reduce medication. I did that because I started to experience much or very, very increased levels of sedation because of something called potentiation, which I talk about more in this video here. But moving forward, now that that sedation has been resolved for the most part, I have no plans to keep reducing medication at that rate that quickly. I'm planning to stay at this level of medication so that I can work on, being as stable as possible using these interventions. And then once I feel that I'm at a point, and once my psychiatrist and my care team feels that I'm at a point where it's safe to start reducing the medications gradually again, we will look at that in a few months' time or whenever that may happen. So in terms of next steps with this project, we are obviously going to continue using the ketogenic diet, medical keto, but we've been talking more about metabolic therapies or other metabolic therapies as well. And we have been implementing aspects of these metabolic therapies, but we're really going to start trying to focus and really dial in things like sleep and exercise. So stay tuned for more information on those metabolic therapies. Thanks as always for all of your support throughout this project and for all your comments. It's really great getting to read them and seeing your own experiences using metabolic therapies or, being curious about things like these for yourself or for a loved one. So thank you again for all of your support and for following along. And as always, wishing you and your loved ones good health. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.
What would your life be like if you were a rapid
interesting.
Well, I mean, it's not because it wasn't fun. I think I need to be honest here in terms of my relationship with drugs and alcohol being one that felt good to kind of explore mind altering substances on grounds that felt more my own.
Oh, shut down. And then that other person, she could have got it from drugs and alcohol. All those symptoms. What do I know? She actually said it herself. That's my reaction. Use the comment area. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you like my video blog? If not, please use the like button. Leave your likes. Good night. Goodbye.